Hey everybody, welcome back. We're doing the second episode of my Mass Effect playthrough. So, just a few reminders. I'm not doing a bunch of... Sorry, that was very unpleasant to hear. Anyway, just a few reminders. I am not doing a full... I am doing a full playthrough of Mass Effect 1, but I am not doing all the side quests, all the other things like that. I am only doing the main storyline quests for Mass Effect 1. It will change when I hit Mass Effect 2 and 3, but that's because it's a lot easier to do the story quests, and it's kind of almost a little bit more necessary to do the story quest, the side quests, I mean, in Mass Effect 2 and 3. So there we go, picking up where we left off. So just a quick reminder, we did just come from the planet of Eden Prime that was being attacked by the synthetic race of the Geth. They were being, it appears to be led by the, a Spectre, who was going rogue, a Turian Spectre by the name of Saren. So that's where we're going to pick up. We just woke up. Shephard, our character, just had a weird vision/dream thing where he saw the destruction of the galaxy at the hand of a synthetic race that it's unknown exactly what it is. So we're going to pick up right there when we're going to go talk to some people.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. The crew could use some good news after what happened to Jenkins.
Jenkins was a valuable part of this crew.
Part of me feels
and someone
guilty
died.
for what happened. If Jenkins was still alive, I might not be here.
You're a good soldier, Williams. You belong on the Normandy.
Thanks, Commander. That means a lot from you. I've never met anyone who was awarded the Star of Terra.
Things were pretty rough down there. Are you okay?
I've seen friends die before. Comes with being a Marine. But to see my whole unit wiped out, and you never get used to seeing dead civilians. But things would have been a lot worse if you hadn't shown up.
We couldn't have done it without you, Williams.
Thanks, Commander. I have to admit, I was a little worried about being assigned to the Normandy. It's nice when someone makes you feel welcome.
And just real quick, whenever I go in to make a character in Mass Effect, I always try really hard to design a really good-looking character. The Mass Effect character editor is not a good character editor. It's a shame, really, but and I don't feel like I did a terrible job. He at least looks like a real human. But he always ends up looking approximately the same. This is how my character pretty much looks anytime I come and play Mass Effect. And sometimes I try really hard to make him look different. But it's pretty much what he looks like. I mean, it's better than some creations that some people make.
I think you're gonna fit in here just fine, Williams.
Thanks, Commander.
Cool. So we talked to... We're going to
Yes,
talk to the
Commander?
doctor.
Is there something you need?
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the
safe,
stars,
secure Earth.
tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse, and the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth, or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
What do you know about Captain Anderson?
I've served with him for a few tours now. He knows when to let things slide and when to crack the whip. The crew knows he's seen pretty much anything they'll ever run into. And he cares about the people under his command.
How well do you know the lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record, over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
Yeah, so biotics. We talked a little bit about this in the last episode. Biotics are they're the psychic powers. And the way that they come about is they are induced through exposure to what is called Element Zero, which is the thing that basically the what most people would call the hand wavium substance. It's basically the substance that says lets us do whatever we want to do. It fuels the mass relays, fuels the ships. So then in short, the Element Zero is called EZO for short. And so biotics are created by the exposure to EZO. And so we have so that's it. And it is theorized that, in particular in humanity, that to catch up to the other species that had, because for the other species they had, kind of just Element Zero exposure over long amounts of time. For the most part, the Asari being, the Asari race that we'll cover later, having been exposed since the time that they were, since primitive eras, having had biotics pretty much their entire time. But since they've been, the human, the other races have been exposed to EZO for long amounts of time because they just had adapted using EZO into pretty much their everyday lives, as the power source. They have more biotics, and so it's the conspiracy theory, which happens to be true in this case, is that the Alliance and other clandestine organizations started purposely exposing large populations to EZO to create a biotic, to help create more human biotics. And it's just not, because humanity is really trying really hard to catch up and be at the forefront of galactic society. And so having biotics is an important part of that. As you'll see as we go throughout the series, biotics are extremely powerful people with extremely powerful powers, and I'm playing a character that has biotic powers. You'll get to if you remember the last episode, you probably saw me yeeting people around, and the biotics are way more impressive in 2 and 3 than they are in 1, in my opinion. But anyway, Lieutenant Alenko, the guy who was running around with me in the last mission, also is a biotic.
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities,
I had
insanity, crippling physical pain.
I had a line of
There's a
thought
long
that
list
I
of
wanted to go
horrific
down,
side
but then I
effects.
kept on
Maybe
going
he's
all these
lucky.
side
He just gets
tangents,
migraine.
and I don't even remember where I was gonna go originally with that thought, that train of thought. I ended up. I feel like we ended up where we did.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
All right.
Glad to see you're okay, Commander.
Cool. He just says that. Let's take the elevator downstairs real quick. Look at that beautiful shadow. Has lights. Cool. All right. This is actually where we'll find Ashley most of the time. Ashley will most of the time be standing like right here. Here's the Mako. The Mako is there. Yeah, the Mako. We will spend some time in the Mako. Less time just bum rushing the. Actually, no, quite a bit of time in the main story campaign. We'll spend a lot of time in the Mako. This guy's the merchant.
Looking for some extra supplies?
What have you got?
Well, as long as you don't.
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
And that's how they explain why you have to buy your weapons and armor,
Let's see
even
what
though
you
you're in
got.
the military.
You bet, Commander.
I'm curious. What do I got? Oh wow, yeah, I started with all my credits. We want to buy Metagel. We want to buy the grenade. That's Krogan armor, which I'm not gonna be wearing. Cool, nothing overly cool there yet. We'll keep going. We'll come back and check. I mean, the big thing will be the Spectre requisition. But yeah, see, Element Zero core. This is what runs the ship. It's kind of cool.
Shame about Jenkins, Commander.
All right, cool. I think we'll talk to a few more people up on the deck, but I think we're ready to go for the most part. And head to the Citadel. So the thing about the elevators in this game, sorry, I'm just kind of like, I was like blurting out. I can remember, I just like blurting out the trivia, but the elevators in this game are actually used as loading screens. It's a lot different now because the, games load a lot faster. The hard drives or the SSD drives in some cases load faster than it used to be. And so like the elevators, like sometimes it'll feel like the elevator sequences are really long. That's because it used to be, that's what the loading screens were the elevators. Open the door, thank you.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. Losing Jenkins was hard enough on the crew.
Good timing, Commander. I was just about to bring us into the Citadel. See that taxpayer money at work.
You guys actually end up with a better view of those scenes than I do for some reason. Like in my scenes, they're all like they're really dark, but when you're screwing for you guys, it ends up a lot brighter. I did mess around with the filters a bit to hopefully give you a better viewing experience in the future. This is the Citadel.
Look at the size of that ship.
The Ascension, flagship of the Citadel fleet.
Well, size isn't everything.
Why so touchy, Joker?
I'm just saying you need firepower too.
I think the Ascension looks so stupid.
Look at that monster. Its main gun could rip through the barriers in any ship in the Alliance fleet.
Good thing it's on our side then.
Citadel Control, this is SSV Normandy, requesting permission to land.
The Turian ships look really cool, which is what we're passing right now. I like the way the Turian ships look. I think the Asari ships look dumb. That's just me.
Roger, Alliance Tower. Normandy out.
Normandy, this is Alliance Tower. Please proceed to Dock 422.
Why is there a Turian at the Alliance Tower? And also, so many questions I'm having gone through this game. See how fast that loading screen was? Like, Jiminy Christmas. Like, in my last episode...
It's an outrage! The Council would step in if the Geth attacked a Turian colony?
The Turians don't found colonies on the borders of the Terminus systems, Ambassador.
Humanity was well aware of the risks when you went into the Traverse.
What about Saren? You can't just ignore a rogue Spectre. I demand action!
You don't get to make demands of the Council, Ambassador.
Citadel Security is investigating your charges against Saren. We will discuss the CSEC findings at the hearing, not before.
Captain Anderson, I see you brought half your crew with you.
Just the ground team from Eden Prime, in case you had any questions.
I have the mission reports.
I hate Udina so much.
They are.
I really want to shoot Udina in the face.
Sounds like you convinced the Council to give us an audience.
They were not happy about it. Saren's their top agent. They don't like him being accused of treason.
No, as I was saying, in the last episode, I cut out a bunch of the load screens. I chopped them out. This episode, I'm probably not even going to have to, cut out a bunch of the load screens, and that probably won't be a very common occurrence in future episodes. But 'cause that was fast, that load.
Saren's a threat to every human colony out there. He needs to be stopped. The Council has to listen to us.
Settle down, Commander. You've already done more than enough to jeopardize your candidacy for the Spectres. The mission on Eden Prime was a chance to prove you could get the job done. Instead, Nihilus ended up dead and the beacon was destroyed.
That's Saren's fault, not his.
He does have a point.
Then we better hope the CSEC investigation turns up evidence to support our accusations. Otherwise, the Council might use this as an excuse to keep you out of the Spectres. Come with me, Captain. I want to go over a few things before the hearing. Shephard, you and the others can meet us at the Citadel Tower, top level. I'll make sure you have clearance to get in.
And that's why I hate politicians.
Amen. Screw politicians. Alright, let's see. Alright, to doubly screw politicians, we're gonna hack Udina's computer, because this does give us a side quest. Not that I think we're gonna do it, but... because I don't remember what side quest it gives. I can check real quickly. Yeah, I don't think we're actually gonna do those side quests, but... I mean, I have done them, but I don't think we're gonna do them. Let's see. Can I go through here? Nope. That's right. But yeah, so... Sorry, I'm just trying to think. Thinking can be difficult.
Allow me to be your guide.
Let's see. To Citadel Tower this way. Yeah, again. Just gonna do... I mean, we will do some of the side quests. Don't worry, we will do some of them. Particularly ones that have, like, where's my... Oh my gosh, I was gonna be like, where's my companions? Particularly those that have, like, huge story implications further on so that you can see them and stuff will make sense. Because there's a lot of these side quests you can kind of just go over. It'll just be, like, cool little Easter eggs later on in the game. And then, you know, as we do those side quests later on in the game, I will... you know, in the other games, when those Easter eggs come up, I'll explain them a bit. But, so, cool. Anyway, keep on moving.
I can't tell the aliens from the animals.
Thanks, Ash. Whoa, I went to the wards? You must talk to the council to gain access to the wards. I thought... I could have sworn last time I didn't realize I was going to the wards. I thought I was headed to the tower, but I swear that I'd gone to the wards before talking to the council before. There are also a lot of side quests that we'll just do because it's like they just are on the way. But
Look at that bug thing over there. What's it doing?
Please do not disturb the keepers.
all right, here's this to the Citadel Tower. Yeah, like this would have been a load screen and...
The council isn't going to ask me any questions, are they?
I doubt it. We've made our reports. Now we just have to trust Ambassador Udina.
No, we don't, sir.
Amen. But yeah, this would have been... This was a load screen, and technically it doesn't need to be a load screen right now, because I'm sure it's loaded already. Because, like, I remember when I first played the first Mass Effect, it would be twice as long. You know, because I was playing on this old crappy... I mean, not a crappy laptop. It's an old laptop. And with just an older hard drive, and so it was just taking forever to load. But now, you know, with new... Whoop, put the gun away. I swear I'm not trying to shoot people.
Saren's hiding something. Give me more time. Stall them.
Stall the council? Don't be ridiculous. Your investigation is over, Garrus.
Commander Shephard, Garrus Vicarian. I was the officer in charge of the CSEC investigation into Saren.
Who were you just talking to?
That was Executor Palin, head of Citadel Security, my boss. He'll be presenting my findings on Saren to the Council.
Sounds like you really want to bring him down.
I don't trust him. Something about him rubs me the wrong way. But he's a Spectre. Everything he touches is classified. I can't find any hard evidence.
I think the Council's ready for us, Commander.
Good luck, Shephard. Maybe they'll listen to you.
Doubt it.
The hearing's already started. Come on.
The Geth attack is a matter of some concern, but there is nothing to indicate Saren was involved in any way.
The investigation by Citadel Security turned up no evidence to support your charge of treason.
An eyewitness saw him kill Nihilus in cold blood.
We've read the Eden Prime reports, Ambassador. The testimony of one traumatized dock worker is hardly compelling proof.
I resent these accusations. Nihilus was a fellow Spectre and a friend.
That just let you catch him off guard.
Captain Anderson, you always seem to be involved when humanity makes false charges against me. And this must be your protege, Commander Shephard, the one who let the beacon get destroyed.
The mission to Eden Prime was top secret. The only way you could know about the beacon was if you were there.
With Nihilus gone, his files passed on to me. I read the Eden Prime report. I was unimpressed. But what can you expect from a human?
Saren despises humanity. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Your species needs to learn its place, Shephard. You're not ready to join the Council. You're not even ready to join the Spectres. He has no right to say that. That's not his decision.
Shephard's admission into the Spectres is not the purpose of this meeting.
This meeting has no purpose. The humans are wasting your time, Counselor, and mine.
Saren's hiding behind his position as a Spectre. You need to open your eyes.
What we need is evidence. So far, we've seen nothing.
There is still one outstanding issue. Commander Shephard's vision. It may have been triggered by the beacon.
Are we allowing dreams into evidence now? How can I defend my innocence against this kind of testimony?
He has a point.
I agree. Our judgment must be based on facts and evidence, not wild imaginings and reckless speculation.
Do you have anything else to add, Commander Shephard?
You've made your decision. I won't waste my breath.
The Council has found no evidence of any connection between Saren and the Geth. Ambassador, your petition to have him disbarred from the Spectres is denied.
I'm glad to see justice was served.
This meeting is adjourned.
Sad music. Sad stuff. The bad guys are getting away with it.
It was a mistake bringing you into that hearing, Captain. You and Saren have too much history. It made the Council question our motives.
I know Saren. He's working with the Geth for one reason. To exterminate the entire human race. Every colony we have is at risk. Every world we control is in danger. Even Earth isn't safe.
Tell me about this history between you and Saren.
Yeah, that would have been nice to know.
I worked with him on a mission a long time ago. Things went bad. Real bad. We shouldn't talk about this here. But I know what he's like. And he has to be stopped.
Ugh. See that mad mutant skill?
What's our next step?
As a Spectre, he's virtually untouchable. We need to find some way to expose him.
I actually don't understand why
What about
Udina's...
Garrus, that CSEC investigator. We saw him arguing with the executor.
That's right. He was asking for more time to finish his report. Seems like he was close to finding something on Saren.
Any idea where we could find him?
I have a contact in CSEC who can help us track Garrus down. His name is Harkin.
Forget it. They suspended Harkin last month, drinking on the job. I won't waste my time with that loser.
You won't have to. I don't want the Council using your past history with Saren as an excuse to ignore anything we turn up. Shephard will handle this.
I don't actually understand, like I was trying to say, I don't understand why Udina is helping us. Like, Udina's just kind of like... I mean, he's a politician. He's a career politician. And, like, I'm curious to see... And clearly he wants Shephard to make it into the Spectres because it'll advance humanity's position as a whole. I don't know. I just get... I mean, one, I've always gotten bad vibes from Udina. And two, I guess just now, just like looking at it, it just doesn't make sense.
You can't just cut
At least to
Captain
me.
Anderson out of this investigation.
The ambassador's right. I need to step aside.
I need to take care of some business. Captain, meet me in my office later.
Harkin's probably getting drunk at Cora's Den. It's a dingy little club in the lower section of the wards.
Maybe there's another way to find evidence against Saren.
You should talk to Barla Vaughn over in the financial district. Rumor has it he's an agent for the Shadow Broker.
The Shadow Broker?
An information dealer. Buys and sells secrets to the highest bidder. I've heard Barla Vaughn's one of the top representatives. He might know something about Saren, but his information won't come cheap.
You and Saren have a history. What happened?
About 20 years ago, I was part of a mission in the Skillian Verge. I was working with Saren to find and remove a known terrorist threat.
The urge to
Saren
press the
eliminated his
spacebar is strong, because the
but a lot
reason
of
is that the
people died along the
spacebar
way,
skips
innocently.
dialogue.
And the official records just covered it all up. But I saw how he operates.
So
No
it's
conscience,
like, I've
no
heard this
hesitation.
dialogue before. I
He'd
know
kill
the
1,000
story,
innocent civilians to end a war without a second thought.
but I'm just holding out. I'm just holding off on pressing the spacebars because I know that you guys need to hear the dialogue that I'm talking over anyway. So like, yeah, I should just press the spacebar.
Killing innocents doesn't end wars. It causes them.
I know how the world works, Commander. Sometimes you're forced to make unpleasant decisions. But only if there's no other way. Saren doesn't even look for another option. He's twisted, broken. He likes the violence, the killing. And he knows how to cover his tracks.
Our ambassador doesn't seem to get along with the Council.
He's just frustrated. The Council's always preaching that we need to be part of the galactic community. But for them, it's a one-way street. They want us to expand and settle unstable regions like the Skillian Verge and the Attican Traverse. But when we run into trouble, they don't want to help us out.
Yep.
Everyone knows it's only a matter of time until we get a seat on the Council. The ambassador just thinks it should happen sooner rather than later. And I agree.
Maybe they'd let us join the Council if we were more willing to cooperate with the other species.
Of course they would. If we did everything they told us to, they'd love to have us on the Council. But it wouldn't be much of a deal for us. I understand their side. They don't want us dominating the Council. It's founded on cooperation and alliances. But we have to look out for our own interests too.
Amen.
I should go.
Good luck, Shephard. I'll be over in the ambassador's office if you need anything else.
Yeah. There we go. All right.
That guy's up to something.
What guy?
So we are,
The one over by the Keeper.
we are going to talk to this guy. We're not actually going to do his side quest because it's a lot of running around and scanning those things. We're going to talk to him because it's important to understand what the Keepers are.
What? Oh, no, I wasn't. Never mind.
Never mind. I wasn't.
Yes, is there something you want?
Why are you so interested in the Keepers?
Keepers? I've got no interest in the keep...
Don't get coy. I know what I saw.
I'm not so sure I should be talking to you about this.
Just tell me what you're doing. I'm not here to get you into trouble.
All right. I guess it wouldn't hurt to tell you. I'm using a small scanner to gather readings on the Keepers. So far I've had mixed results. I find it difficult to get near the creatures.
Why were you being so secretive about it, though?
Well, technically we're not supposed to disturb the Keepers. I don't really think my scanning disturbs them, but the authorities might disagree. I'd like to do it more openly, but it's not really worth getting arrested over.
I could help you out. I'm not worried about the authorities.
I don't even know who you are.
I'm Commander Shephard, with the Alliance military.
Well, I suppose I could use the help. You'll need this. It's the scanning device I developed. Activate it each time you see a Keeper. All collected data will automatically upload to my database. I'll even send a few credits your way for each unique scan.
What are you doing with the data once you've scanned it?
Trying to learn whatever I can about the Keepers. We see them working everywhere, yet we know so little about them. I'm a scientist. I want to know what makes them tick.
I should get going then.
Yes, I have much work myself. So long, and good luck with the scanning.
Yep. So the Keepers basically are the things that will keep the keep the Citadel running. Like, the Citadel is this arcane, ancient piece of technology that no one quite understands how it's working. Like, it's this huge, massive space station, as you can see, but it's this really ancient, arcane piece of technology. No one's certain about all the ins and outs, how everything works. And so the Keepers, however, are just this species that's been on the Citadel for, hundreds of thousands of years, and so it and they keep the Citadel running. And so I think he's very, very fair. Sorry, I was looking at him. I wanted to Interesting, and it's not something I've never actually like really spent a lot of time looking at sitting here. This would be so awkward. You're sitting there having a conversation, and suddenly Shepherd's behind you looking at your horns. Yeah, no, I just never noticed that there's actually like differences. I'm just kind of used to Turians all having the same length of like those spikes horn thingies on their head. It's really interesting. The Turians are obviously a lizard-like species. Like, to me, they just scream lizard, but apparently their design is actually avian. Like, obviously they are reptilian, but to me their design just screams but apparently they were designed after avian. So currently what I'm doing, sorry if the little cut there, I was taking my photo mode for my thumbnail. What we're doing is we are currently trying to get evidence on Saren, and what I'm doing is I'm coming to talk to Barlavon, which actually isn't normally the direction I go when I play this game. Normally I talk to the other guy, Harkin, but I'm trying to make sure I make the same decisions as I made in my first playthrough of the playthrough I did, where I did all the side quests. That way it's consistent when I hop into Mass Effect 2 and load that game up as, as what I'm using. So that way you can be like, you can understand what's going on.
What's this? One of the Earth Clan. Ah, a very famous one, yes? You are the one called Shephard. It is a great honor to welcome the heroes of the Blitz.
You've got me at a disadvantage here.
Forgive me, Earth Clan. My name is Barlavon. My job makes it necessary for me to keep informed. I am a financial advisor to many important clients here on the Citadel.
I've had a lot of pain recently, so I'm trying to sit up straight. So if you ever see me just like move, I'm trying to sit straight.
I've heard you work for the Shadow Broker. Do you have any information about Saren?
You're very blunt, Shepherd. But you're right. I am an agent for the Shadow Broker, and I do know something about Saren.
I hear your information can be expensive.
Normally, this information would cost a small fortune, but these are exceptional circumstances, so I am going to give it to you for free.
I appreciate that greatly.
What's the catch?
There is no catch. The Shadow Broker is quite upset with Saren right now. They used to do a lot of business until Saren turned on him.
That's what happens when you deal with a traitor like Saren.
No matter what you think of Saren, he's not stupid. He knows the Shadow Broker is a valuable ally. Turning on him doesn't make sense. Not unless something huge was at stake. I don't know the details, but the Shadow Broker hired a freelancer to deal with it.
Shadow Broker?
A Krogan mercenary.
Shadow Broker is such a stereotypical name. I mean, like, it works. I'm trying to think of, like, if I was the one who picked him. Like, Shadow Broker just seems like you picked the first name you came up with. You didn't try very hard, which sometimes works perfectly fine. Like, in this case, Shadow works perfectly fine.
That's not much to go on.
I just told you that the most famous Spectre in the galaxy betrayed the Shadow Broker. Quite a bargain, considering the price. Speak with the Krogan if you want to learn more. I heard he was paying a visit to Citadel security. If you hurry, you might catch him before he leaves the Academy.
Isn't it strange that a Krogan would want to speak with C-Sec?
I doubt he wanted to.
Very. However, I doubt the visit was entirely his choice. You'll need to speak with him if you want to know more.
Thanks for the info.
My pleasure, Commander.
Sounded almost very Yoda-like. With him, you will need to speak if you want to know more. Anyway, we're gonna go to the wards. The wards have a lot of merchant. Where can I go to the wards? Go to Chorus Den. I don't want to go to Chorus Den yet. So we're gonna take the long way. Like, yeah, just to me that sounded very Yoda-like. You can, with him, you can speak if you want to know more. I don't know why. It just reminded me of Yoda. Maybe I'm crazy. Is there something you want to talk about?
Else hear that low hum? Sounds like it's coming from that statue. Makes my teeth tingle.
Interesting. No, interesting, yeah. I had never noticed that. Sorry, details.
Welcome to the Presidium. Allow me to be your guide.
Guide. Shh, Avina, shh. This side quest we're gonna do real quick because it's actually very short, and I could use the. It's a very short side quest. Literally, just need to talk.
This one believes it has the right to move freely through this area.
That Hanar refuses to listen to reason. Why can't it act in an orderly and lawful manner?
Orderly and lawful. That just sounds out of order to me. I would have said lawful and orderly manner, but yeah, that's just how I would. It's like how I mean, it's like been told that I say things weird sometimes. Like I say great and like I said, great and glorious and good is how I say. But like and like been told like no, you would say it was good, glorious, and great, or good, great, and glorious because that's ascending, you know. But like I always say, it was great, it was glorious, and it was good. But
you should be more tolerant. It's just trying to express its beliefs.
I am not unreasonable. The Hanar is free to spew its nonsense once it purchases an evangelical permit.
If you'd like, I could talk to the Hanar for you.
I have argued with the stubborn jelly all afternoon.
Do you desire to learn of the Enkindlers? Or has the Honorable CSEC officer enlisted assistance?
Is this really how you want to represent the Enkindlers?
The truth of the Enkindlers must be made known. They gave the Hanar language, and gave the universe the mass relays. This one only wishes to spread the truth to any who will listen. There is no intent to cause trouble.
Is this how the Enkindlers would want you to use this gift of consciousness?
The Enkindlers would wish for their message to be spread to all sentient races.
The Enkindlers wouldn't wish their message to be spread by breaking society's laws.
This one hears wisdom. Perhaps enthusiasm has clouded judgment in this matter. This one departs now, and will not intrude upon the Presidium again.
I see the Hanar is left. Thank you.
Happy to help.
Here. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should.
Yep, there we go. Simple, short, easy side quest. Demonstrates the importance of having high charm or intimidate. Either way, we're doing charm because we're doing the Paragon route. I always want to go do like a renegade route, and there are times where we'll take renegade actions, but like I can never bring myself to do a renegade route because it's just too like I don't want to be that big of a jerk. And again, it's like because that's the problem with some of the renegade options are just portrayed as you being a jerk instead of, you know, more nuanced, and it gets more nuanced. It gets more nuanced as the farther you go into the game, but yeah. Anyway, cool. So here we are. Are we in CSEC? I don't want to be in CSEC. Oh, I guess being in CSEC isn't awful.
Do you really think we'll find him down here?
He always stops in for a few games of Quasar before he makes his drop.
See, look at my reflections. And here, we're gonna scan the keepers for no reason, because we're just walking past them. No reason to scan them because I already max level and then maxed out on credits too.
Into an
so
unexpected problem after unearthing a Prothean dig site. Hanar protesters have blockaded the dig site, claiming that artifacts of the Enkindlers, as the Hanar call them, should not be disturbed. The excavation team has appealed to Hanar representatives on the Citadel to reach a diplomatic solution.
Yeah, I mean, the Hanar kind of right. This is, I mean, kind of not. If we hadn't disturbed a Prothean artifact, this whole story would be entirely different. Door open. Okay, cool. We're in the marketplace. We're gonna look at a scenic view really quick, so we can just get a view of truly what the size of the Citadel is. Like, look at that.
Big place.
That your professional opinion, sir?
This isn't a station. It's a city.
There must be millions here. It can't be possible to track everyone coming and going.
This makes Jump Zero look like a porta-john, and it's the largest deep space station the Alliance has.
What is up with the lighting on Ash's face right now? Like, holy crap.
This is a whole nother scale. Look at the ward arms. How do they keep all that mass from flying apart?
The Council represents more races than I thought. No wonder they're careful with newcomers.
They probably just want to keep everything running. It has to be hard keeping all these cultures working together.
Or maybe they just don't like humans.
Why not? We've got oceans, beautiful women, this emotion called love. According to the old vids, we have everything they want.
If you expect to get me in a tinfoil miniskirt and thigh-high boots, I want dinner first. Sir.
That will be enough, Chief.
At ease, Lieutenant. Can't see her in a skirt anyway.
Damn straight you can't.
Ready to move out, sir.
Oh, Dan. And this interaction will actually do real quick.
I'm Emily Wong. I'm an investigative journalist working here on the Citadel. Could I have a moment of your time?
What do you need?
I've been hunting for evidence of corruption and organized crime on the Citadel, but there are places I can't go. I was hoping you might share anything you find during your own investigation. I can make it worth your time.
Sounds like a good cause. If I find any information, it's yours.
Thank you, Commander. You won't regret it.
Doing that, you know, that's just, again, like, side quests that kind of, like, coincide with the main story will do. So, like, that side quest very much coincides with the main story.
I don't think you bought this here. I don't sell this model.
Look, I know it was you. I remember your face.
We'll scan and keeper, and we're gonna do talk to
Hello,
him.
Earth Clan. No
Show me what you've got.
Just want to buy the upgrades they have here real quick.
Is that really? You're Commander Shephard, the hero of Eden Prime. I am so honored to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And you are?
My name is Conrad. Conrad Werner. They say you killed more than 100 Geth on Eden Prime.
I really want to count next time I do this. I was going to do this time. I wanted to count how many Geth I
spend
actually
most
killed.
Of the time trying to stay alive and help the colonists.
Which that's
Hey,
accurate.
I know you're probably busy, but do you have time for a quick autograph?
Anything for a fan. Here.
Thanks. I really appreciate it. My wife is going to be so impressed. I'll let you get back to work. But next time you're on Earth, I'd love to buy you a drink. Thanks again.
When are you gonna be on Earth? You clearly live on the Citadel, dude. So yeah, we're coming down here to visit some more merchants, as we need to purchase more of these upgrades. I think Moreland is the only other merchant we can talk to.
Hello there. Welcome to Moreland's famous shop. You want many good supplies?
Let me see what you have.
Oh, you will be pleased, I think.
Yeah, because we want Geth Armory license, and then I want to view the
Welcome to Moreland's famous shop.
the non-human items.
Oh, you will be.
Or okay, cool. No licenses or anything there. And now you will turn back around, and we're gonna go to CSEC. Pick up my favorite character in this game. Like second favorite. Nah, no, Rex is my favorite. He's my favorite. I love Rex, and you'll see why. But yeah. I'm just trying to think, like, while I'm doing the walking, I'm just thinking of, like, story stuff I can tell you, so that way you can, like, understand. Because, like, I've done tons of research on this game and played this game a lot, and so I understand some of the lore behind it. And, like, I'm not an expert. I don't think you need to be an expert. But, yeah, I'm just trying to... I just want to make sure that, you know, you guys understand, because, you know, it can be kind of frustrating if you don't understand what's going on. You want to make sure that you know, and, like, obviously, and, like, a good game, and I think Mass Effect does it fine. A good story or in a good game will explain the lore.
Helix to perform studies with a long-range goal of curing their genetic sterilization. The group later sued for a return of investment money when the study produced no viable results.
Yeah, and it'll explain a good story like that. You know, you learned more of the lore as you go, and there is this codex thing that you can go through, and it's actually really nice because it's.
The Asari were the first species to discover the Citadel.
It's narrated, so you could sit and listen to it instead of having to read it, which is very nice. But yeah.
Witnesses saw you making threats in Fist's bar. Stay away from him.
I don't take orders from you.
This is your only warning, Rex.
You should warn Fist. I will kill him.
You want me to arrest you?
I want you to try.
See, and on Earth, that would have been
Go
enough
on.
to arrest him.
Get out of here.
Yes, human.
I'm trying to bring down Saren. Barlavon said to talk to you.
Barlavon is a wise man. We may share a common goal, human.
Enlighten me.
I've been hired to kill the owner of Korra's Den, a man named Fist. He did something very foolish.
He betrayed the Shadow Broker.
A Quarian showed up here on the Citadel. She was on the run. She wanted to trade information for a safe place to hide, so she went to Fist. He promised to arrange a meeting between her and the Shadow Broker. Instead, he contacted Saren.
Fist's not too smart.
He's just greedy. Saren paid him a small fortune for the Quarian. He had to. She has evidence connecting him to the Geth.
If we get our hands on that evidence, we can prove that Saren's a traitor. And the Council will have to listen to us.
Where's the Quarian now?
Last I heard, Fist still had her. Probably somewhere inside his club. You help me kill Fist, she's all yours.
Time we paid Fist a visit.
What about Garrus, that Turian? He wants to take Saren down too.
He might come in handy.
He was here just before you showed up. Said he was going to follow up a lead on his investigation. Wanted to speak to the doctor at the med clinic.
Move out.
So we'll take Garrus, and we will take... And we'll take Ashley for now. Not Garrus, we'll take Rex. And then... No, put the gun away. But yeah, no, this game does a really good job of explaining as you go, like this.
We present another profile in courage with serviceman Nirali Bhatia.
Like this kind of stuff when you're in the
A
elevator.
devoted wife and talented chef, serviceman Bhatia joined the Alliance military under the Deferred Education Plan. After finishing her service, Bhatia planned to open a restaurant. Instead, she gave her life protecting the colonists of Eden Prime.
Very sad.
For more profiles in courage, or to explore opportunities in the military, please visit the Alliance Military on the extranet. Keyword, courage.
Yeah, so this game does a really good job of explaining its lore as you're going on. So you become very, like, you may not be, like, in-depth aware of everything, but, like, you become, the surface, you get enough surface-level explanation, particularly if you explore all the dialogue options, that you know what's going on. And that's one thing I really, one of the things that I really like about it.
It's even bigger than it.
How would you know?
I got a tour. One of 5.
I was wondering, I was like, what? What are you talking about? But I got the explanation there. Talking about the Ascension.
I didn't tell anyone, I swear.
That was smart, Doc. Now if Garrus comes around, you stay smart. Keep your mouth shut or we'll... Who are you? Let her go.
It took me a while to realize, but those are the same voice actors. The guy who plays Shephard and that guy who just got shot. They're the same voice actors. So when I finally realized that, I was like, oh my gosh. Shephard's stalking himself. Stasis him, so that way he's doing nothing and I can shoot him. I'm gonna replenish my metagel.
Perfect timing, Shephard. Gave me a clear shot at that bastard.
What were you thinking? You could have hit the hostage.
There wasn't time to think. I just reacted. I didn't mean to... Dr. Michelle, are you hurt?
No, I'm okay. Thanks to you. All of you.
I know those men threatened you, but if you tell us who they work for, we can protect you.
They work for Feast. They wanted to shut me up. Keep me from telling Garrus about the Quarian.
The one I told you about, Shepherd.
She must be able to link Saren to the Geth. There is no way the Council can ignore this.
Time we paid Fist a visit.
This is your show, Shepherd. But I want to bring Saren down as much as you do. I'm coming with you.
You're a Turian. Why do you want to bring him down?
I couldn't find the proof I needed in my investigation, but I knew what was really going on. Saren is a traitor to the Council
Garrus.
and a disgrace to my people.
Welcome aboard, Garrus.
Fist is going to be waiting for us. When we hit him, we better hit him hard.
Alright, so we're gonna take Rex and Garrus Vicarian, and we're gonna go ahead. Press I. Make sure that I actually equip, because I realized I forgot to equip. Equip them with actual weapons and armor. That's kind of important to equip them with weapons and armor. And Garrus also uses a sniper. I don't have a 10 sniper rifle. That's fine. We'll pick one up eventually. I don't have 10 polonium rounds either. That's okay. And then Rex mostly uses his shotgun. Oh, there we go. Equip that. Equip that. Then he needs some armor. Do we have any other? Nope. That's all I've got. Okay, we'll equip him with that. And it already has upgrades in it. Cool. And now we go save a Quarian. Oh, is the rapid transit? Rapid transit right there. Cool. Need to go to Cora's Den. A gentleman's club in the ward. Okay. Interesting.
Looks like it's shut down.
Fist knows we're coming.
Hold the line! Look out!
Good job, Garrus. Run in there. Stasis the Krogan, because Krogans can be a pain if they're able to get close to you. Because Krogans just beat the crap out of you, and they take a lot to kill. To be killed. Trying to see if I can get a... Can you break this cover? Yeah, I did not know that. You can break the cover.
Stop right there. Don't come any closer.
Warehouse workers. All the real guards must be dead.
Stay back or we'll shoot.
This would be a good time to find somewhere else to work.
Yep.
Yeah, right. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I never liked Fist anyway.
I'll be honest, if my employer was like, I need you to take up a gun and defend me, I would be
Shooting
like...
people isn't always the answer.
I'd probably be like, hey, you don't pay me for that, and walk out. I do not blame them in the slightest. Alright, easy decryptions. We'll just do this real quick. When we get to the more difficult decryptions, I'll just start using the... oh, dang it, I messed up. Start using my Omnigel. Do I get anything? Okay, well, let's take that. Because yeah.
Why do I have to do everything myself? Time to die, little soldiers.
Recognize that voice actor from somewhere.
Lost shields.
Back! Barrier, barrier, barrier.
Wait! Don't kill me, I surrender!
Where's the
Sorry,
She's not here. I don't know where she is.
That I'm trying to get rid of.
He's no use to you now. Let me kill him.
Wait. I don't know where the Quarian is, but I know where you can find her. The Quarian isn't here. Said she'd only deal with the Shadow Broker himself.
Face to face? Impossible. Even I was hired through an agent.
My barrier's trying to dispel.
Nobody meets
But
the
apparently
Shadow
can't dispel properly during
Even I
during
don't know his
conversation.
true
Oh, there we go.
identity. But she didn't know that. I told her I'd set a meeting up. But when she shows up, it'll be Saren's men waiting for her.
Give me the location. Now.
Here on the wards, the back alley by the markets. She's supposed to meet them right now. You can make it if you hurry.
What are you doing?
The Shadow Broker paid me to kill him. I don't leave jobs half done.
We don't shoot unarmed prisoners.
How many people died because of him? He brought this on himself. Besides, we have more pressing concerns.
That
That's
Quarian's
accurate.
dead if we don't go now.
So I do need to take this for talk with Emily Wong. And then we need to sprint.
Take him out!
Yes, great cover. Right behind that table. 10 out of 10. Can I lift this thing? Some of this, okay, no, that object is very much on the floor. Unliftable. Alright, put my weapon away because we sprint faster without it. And run off to find the Quarian. I remember the first time I tried to do this, I was just like, I have no idea where to go. And I just happened to go the right place. I was like, where is this thing? Open, 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 open. Jiminy Christmas. I was super stressed.
Did you bring it?
Where's the Shadow Broker? Where's Fist?
They'll be here. Where's the evidence?
No way. The deal's off.
Take them out.
Stasis 1, so I'm dealing with less people. Whoa, what was that? Looks like he might have.
Fist set me up. I knew I couldn't trust him.
Were you hurt in the fight?
I know how to look after myself. Not that I don't appreciate the help. Who are you?
And here we go, barrier trying to dispel again.
My name's Shephard. I'm looking for evidence to prove Saren's a traitor.
Then I have a chance to repay you for saving my life. But not here. We need to go somewhere safe.
We could take her to the human embassy. Your ambassador will want to see this anyway.
You're not making my life easy, Shephard. Firefights in the wards and all-out assault on Korra's den. Do you know how many...
I don't want to make your life easy, to be honest. I want to make your life as
What are you
difficult
up
as
to, Shephard?
possible. Which means I should probably play the Renegade route, but...
Making your day, Ambassador. She has information linking Saren to the Geth.
Really? Maybe you better start at the beginning, Miss...
My name is Tali. Tali Zora Naraya.
We don't see many Quarians here. Why did you leave the flotilla?
I was on my pilgrimage. My rite of passage into
Quarian
adulthood.
armor looks so cool.
I've never heard of this before.
It is a tradition among my people. When we reach maturity, we leave the ships of our parents and our people behind. Alone, we search the stars, only returning to the flotilla once we have discovered something of value. In this way, we prove ourselves worthy of adulthood.
What kinds of things do you look for?
It could be resources like food or fuel, or some type of useful technology, or even knowledge that will make life easier on the flotilla. Through our pilgrimage, we prove that we will contribute to the community, rather than being a burden on our limited resources.
Tell us what you found.
During
Then
my
I'll explain a little
travels,
bit
I
about the
began hearing
Quarians
reports
next
of
time
death.
we get to a little
Since
break.
they drove my people
But-
into exile, the Geth have never ventured beyond the Veil. I was curious. I tracked a patrol of Geth to an uncharted world. I waited for one to become separated from its unit. Then I disabled it and removed its memory core.
I thought the Geth fried their memory cores when they died. Some kind of defense mechanism.
How did you manage to preserve the memory core?
My people created the Geth. If you're quick,
careful and lucky, small caches of data can sometimes be saved. Most of the core was wiped clean, but I salvaged something from its audio banks.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
The conduit.
That's Saren's voice. This proves he was involved in the attack.
He said Eden Prime brought him one step closer to finding the conduit. Any idea what that means?
The conduit must have something to do with the beacon. Maybe it's some kind of Prothean technology. Like a weapon.
Wait, there's more. Saren wasn't working alone.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
And one step closer to the return of the Reapers.
Thanks, Star Trek lady.
I don't recognize that other voice, the one talking about Reapers.
I feel like I've heard that name before.
According to the Memory Core, the Reapers were a hyper-advanced machine race that existed 50,000 years ago. The Reapers hunted the Protheans to total extinction, and then they vanished. At least, that's what the Geth believe.
Sounds a little far-fetched.
The vision on Eden Prime. I understand it now. I saw the Protheans being wiped out by the Reapers.
The Geth revere the Reapers as gods, the pinnacle of non-organic life. And they believe Saren knows how to bring the Reapers back.
The Council is just
very
going to love this.
Interesting concept to me. A machine worshiping other machines as gods. That's just a very interesting concept to me.
The Reapers are a threat to every species in Citadel space. We have to tell them.
No matter what they think about the rest of this,
Galaxy.
Those audio files prove Saren's a traitor.
Yeah, that's
Captain's right. We need to present this to the Council right away.
What about her? Aquarian.
My name is Tali. You saw me in the alley, Commander. You know what I can do. Let me come with you.
I thought you were on your pilgrimage.
The pilgrimage proves we are willing to give of ourselves for the greater good. What does it say about me if I turn my back on this? Saren is a danger to the entire galaxy. My pilgrimage can wait.
I'll take all the help I can get.
Thanks. You won't regret this.
Anderson and I will go ahead to get things ready with the Council. Take a few minutes to collect yourself, then meet us in the tower.
And then this is generally my party for the rest of the game, is I take Tali and Rex. I take Tali because she's, well, I take these two because they're my favorite characters in the game. I love Rex. Tali is an awesome character, and in Mass Effect 2, she specifically has a lot of references to Baldur's Gate, which is my favorite RPG franchise of all time. So these two generally are the ones who come with me. So yeah, that's good. My last playthrough, I did Garrus and Rex. That's who I brought with me, those two, in my last playthrough. But yep, this time will be Tali and it'll be Rex. Accept that squad. Anyway, that's what going to be the end for this episode. It's been about an hour since we started, a little bit more than an hour since we started it. So yeah, come tune in and next time as we go get Saren kicked out of being the Spectres. And thanks everyone for coming out. And please, we'd like to see you next time.